to the Double Check Show, Yi.
Thank you.
But we're excited to have you here, of course, because we're going to be talking about some awesome topics for you guys. So today, we're going to be talking about renting girlfriends and boyfriends in China.
And that's why we really need you, because we need a girl's perspective on this.
Exactly, otherwise it's just me and Mike.
I mean, I hope you guys don't think of me as the kind of person who would rent a boyfriend when I'm single or something.
Well, would you?
I don't know, I mean, I can't say never. Never say never.
Well, let's put this in perspective here, though. The reason why they're renting a boyfriend or girlfriend in China, this is a huge phenomenon that not a lot of people talk about or know about.
Right.
Basically, it's because there's a lot of pressure being Chinese or being Asian in general, or when your parents are like, when are you getting married? When can we see grandkids?
This is true.
A lot of people get this, even
Right.
even here, you know?
Yeah, you get it.
She
get
gets
it. All our friends get it.
Yeah.
So it's not just like the pressure from the parents, but now, like, you know, we talked about this before. There's a stigma for women over the age of 27 in China who are single, and the stigma is they're leftover women.
Right.
It's just so funny. 27 is such an arbitrary age to me because it's like, it's not 30, it's not 35, it's not
Right.
25, it's 27. So I'm like, what?
Yeah, like who decided 27 and not 26? It is an actual thing. They are left, literally, I don't know, wait, how do you say it in Chinese?
剩女, right?
Yeah, sheng.
Yeah, literally, leftover
Which also
women.
kind of sounds like sacred woman. Which
Yeah,
just makes
exactly.
sense because you're a nun, you know, I don't know. I whatever, yeah.
But it's become such a huge thing that now people actually will rent a boyfriend and a girlfriend, and now what they're talking about now is, because we knew about this years ago.
Right.
2.5-3 years ago, we actually did the three of us did a sketch about renting boyfriend and girlfriends.
Right.
That's the first time I heard of it, but now recently it's blown up because of apps now.
Mm-hmm.
And meaning, like, you know, in America you have your dating apps.
Tinder.
Yeah, we're not gonna go through the list of dating apps, but
First
wow,
one she picks is Tinder.
yeah, wow, that was really fast.
That was fast.
Man. So, but in China now, you can imagine, right? There's more apps now to address this.
Sure.
And so people are all on these apps now. More so, men get rented than women, as I understand. But now also, the women get rented now as well.
Well, it makes sense because the women are, because of the stigma of the leftover women, they're the ones who feel like they need to rent a boyfriend. Whereas I guess there's still a lot of pressure on guys, but maybe they feel like less inclined.
I think it's less on guys, right?
I don't think it's less. There's still, I mean, if you have to compare it, okay, maybe the guys feel a little less. They can control it a little more because they're the initiators, typically.
Right.
But guys also feel that pressure because it's because in China there is a imbalance in terms of gender, right?
Yeah.
There's far more guys than girls.
Yep.
Correct.
And this stuff gets really detailed, right? Like this is a career for people. they're like, what do you do? I'm a fake boyfriend.
I'm a boyfriend for rent.
Right.
Yeah. So like Mike and so are you saying that like we could go to China and do
I
this
think
for
we
a
will be
profession?
very desirable to be rented, right?
What do you think?
Because first of all, we possess a U.S. passport. That has to kick our numbers up a little bit.
I definitely think so. I mean, I would put that on my resume.
Yeah.
As he's
I would also put on my resume that I own emoji pillows.
Okay.
Which is a plus.
An actual thing is you are completely bilingual. Like
I'm completely bilingual.
I'm almost bilingual.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm
come
Barely
on.
bilingual.
I'm officially bilingual. I could put on my resume that I speak Chinese. You're just better at it.
Right. So here's where the rates kind of go.
The lowest I've seen is 100 yuan. That's really cheap.
That's for some
yuan.
like, you know, geeky dude that no one wants to bring home.
Yeah, exactly. But then it actually goes up to almost 2,000 pounds a day or 1,000 pounds a day, which is, I don't know how many yuans that is. That's 10,000 yuans?
Well,
Yeah.
not,
That's like 10,000
Is it that
yuans.
much?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
What?
10
pounds, not dollars.
10,000 yuans. Yes. It could be, or over 10,000 yuans, because they're saying it could be like $2,000.
So and then we saw one posting where the guy's like, and there's extras too.
Yeah, this is really funny.
Like if to drink with you, it's extra this much.
And he even breaks down to drink wine, to drink beer.
How much it each costs.
Right. Yeah.
As a shopping costs this much. Oh, movies per hour, it goes by the hour, and it's double if it's a horror movie or something. And I'm like, well, why? Why does that make a difference?
Because he's scared.
and on the opposite side, I've seen the ads for girls go for 100 yuan to what I saw the most was 1,000 yuan a day.
Right.
And it also has these stipulations of, okay, like extra this, extra that. And let's keep in mind, this is not supposed to be like anything sexual.
Right.
It's platonic. It's intended to be platonic.
Right.
And what they do a lot of time is this business really kicks up. Well, it's kicking up soon because Chinese New Year is coming up.
So a few times. Chinese New Year.
Singles Day.
Singles Day.
Right.
Why would... Because there's no Singles Day in America. That's really weird.
No, that's a Chinese thing. Because Guangwuzhe, which is
what are you celebrating?
No, it's celebrating 11/11.
Because it's like single.
But it has become now. If you're single, you celebrate it, right? That's what it's become.
Well, it's not celebrating. It's kind of like you're mourning. More like you're like I'm single. You're celebrating. You're celebrating like some people celebrate Valentine's Day, like protest Valentine's Day alone.
Yeah.
That's like. They really just want to be in a relationship.
I mean, if I was single, I'd just completely forget about it.
People who are single and happy are gonna attack you guys for saying.
No, I'm single and happy right now.
I'm single and happy.
But I'm just saying, like, okay. So parental pressure. Let's get back to that.
Right.
Kind of forced this whole thing on. Not just parental pressure, societal pressure.
Societal pressure.
Of like, okay, I'm 28 and I don't have a girlfriend or something like that. And I kind of that's shameful sometimes.
Right.
When all my friends have girlfriends or boyfriends. I'm just saying, that's kind of how people feel.
Right. But I think it's been made way, 1,000 times worse in the last 5 years.
Why?
Because of this leftover women, the rise in leftover women phenomenon.
Sure.
Women are making more and more money now in China, and they want a really high standard for guys, or they want to focus on their careers. So you're seeing these women not get in a relationship, and you actually have, people firsthand that are in this category.
Yes, I do.
I
do. The parents are friends, and the friends will ask, "Hey, so how's your daughter doing? Is she married yet? Did she meet somebody? How's she doing?"
And if the answer is no,
and then they're like, "Oh, not yet," and
boom, the leftover women.
And the other people look at you really sympathetically. Oh, it's okay.
That's what happens.
They'll find someone.
And they're like doing subtle bragging too. They're like, oh yeah, just make sure you don't find someone like my daughter found who's a lawyer.
Oh my gosh, totally.
Yeah, but you know what the funny thing is now? What if the girl you're talking about rented the lawyer? And that's the whole point. They come home, they rent the guy.
Yeah.
They come home. Yeah. They prep them. There's a process. So if you're the guy, they're like, all right, so check it out. This is how we met.
Yeah.
This is our background. Yeah. This is what my parents are like. Remember it. Boom. So the parents actually there was one quote where the girl said, my grandma was so happy and relieved that I found a guy.
Right.
But come on.
Well, you know where this business can really kind of turn bad. Be in a bad situation. Besides the obvious, which is this might not be safe. Because really, like, who is really renting you?
Exactly. You don't know anything. There's no background checks.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're just like, I'm going to go with you to meet your family.
Yeah.
And then you're like,
I mean, women can be serial killers too. You know what I'm saying?
So, I mean, just because they put on some glasses and proclaim they're a scholar don't mean they won't kill you.
Yeah, exactly.
Secondly, there are situations where, what if you're too good? Meaning, what if you impress the parents so much that your future actual boyfriend
will never be as good as that one that you rented.
I see that's one problem, right?
This is such a temporary solution.
But it's not going away, judging by the popularity.
No. What I mean is like, it's not, because people, I can't put myself into that mindset of I'm so desperate. I need my parents to get off of my back so much. Right. I'm going to bring up, there are movies that portray these kind of scenarios. In the West, though, I'm the king of watching every single romantic comedy ever made. What is that movie called?
Describe the plot.
Okay, it was with that guy.
I feel like we're playing Heads Up right now.
It's with that guy who was who was Mitch, who dated Rachel in season 10 of Friends for like a little bit. Not kissed her. No,
my sister's wedding.
No,
the other girl.
No, what is that called?
I'm just making names.
But she rented him to be her pretend fiance or boyfriend. Okay, and he did such a good job. But they eventually fell in love, of course, because that's the romantic comedy part of it.
Well, going off what you said, I do see a new Chinese movie coming out based on this alone, where the girl rents a guy, he turns out to be awesome, and they fall in love.
You
like,
mean
I totally see that.
you can see that? Wait, what about How I Met Your Mother when Barney hires a whole family because his mom was sick and he thought that she was about to die, and so he rents this whole family.
Okay.
And pretends
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He rents a wife
That's right,
at
he
first,
rents a wife.
and then she gets, and his mom gets better, and then she had to rent a whole family.
But in most of these cases,
Yeah.
like after 1 year,
Right.
the next year you probably can't get the same person, right?
Wait.
Maybe.
Why not? Why not?
What if they went to another profession? There are a lot of things that could happen.
What if they're pre-booked?
Yeah, it's true. Okay, another thing I read is that a lot of the guys do it because they want practice.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah.
Just weird reason.
For when they actually get a girl, they know what's gonna happen when they bring them to the house.
Oh,
Like,
that's
what
okay.
kind of questions the parents are gonna ask, so that they can kind of like, oh, I've been here before. Yeah, why not? Why wouldn't you do that?
It kind of strikes as weird to me because, all right, so you're how old? You never ever brought a girlfriend home. This is the first time you had to pay for someone to bring home. Like, I don't know. That just seems really weird to me.
If I was a guy, I would definitely be using this to meet girls.
Oh, that was one of the things people mentioned. Is like some people actually hope this would actually turn out to be something real.
But of course, but chances are that obviously
it's not gonna happen.
So low. It can happen. I mean, Pretty Woman.
But let's be honest.
That's not the same.
But let's be honest here. If you're a guy and you're resorting to this to bring a girl home to meet your family, and you never brought someone home before, chances are maybe you lack in some area of maybe meeting girls.
Unless it's Pretty Woman, where the rich, handsome guy just kind of is like, oh, I'm really bad at meeting women, like rich and handsome.
When is that?
How doesn't happen?
Richard Gere out there in the world
Richard
will never
Gere
have that problem.
Right? It seems like there was one instance where there was like Western guys that live in China that speak Chinese. So would they be like really sought after? I mean, I would think that think that they're number one on the list because
you know who should be number one on the list?
Okay, who should be number one?
People who actually are Chinese but live in the U.S.
Okay.
Goodness. Why is this happening?
Why are you so subtle about this? Why don't you just say me? Why? Because
I knew she was gonna be like, I'm just saying.
Yo, Mike,
let's be honest here. Can we be honest for a second?
This is a narcissist.
I will literally be like,
I'm not a part of this.
No, ask me again. You know who's good? Us. I'd be like, us. We'd be commanding like the $2,000 per day.
We gotta raise the ceiling.
Dude, wait, hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Okay, if we're just being honest and putting all of your honest credentials on paper.
Right.
I mean, 高富帅, okay?
Okay, dude, you forgot that we don't match
the Chinese beauty standard for guys.
No, I mean that's a whole nother video.
Which is a whole nother video.
First of all, Gao, we are not.
Oh man. Hey, but you know what? We could wear those really tall heels.
Wearing heels.
If I'm being rented, if this is my profession, you betcha I would go get like the heels. You know, I'd look like 5'8".
Hey, but all Chinese parents ask you to take their shoes off
when
you leave the house.
That's true. You're gonna shrink like by 4 inches.
Yeah.
I'm gonna invent heel socks. I'm gonna be a billionaire.
Right.
And then
watch out, Jack Ma.
when you take your feet out, they're like, "What's up with your feet?"
Let me ask you guys a serious question. Let me ask you guys.
How much would you command in this?
First of all, would you do this as a job? First of all,
yeah.
And secondly, how much would you charge?
Right.
Never.
Go.
If I wasn't,
there's nothing beyond business. Let's say.
If I was single,
yeah.
Okay, if I am who I am now, and let's say I go to China, my Chinese is so bad I can't find jobs, right? And I need to live. And this pays me well. Yeah. I'll definitely do it.
Okay.
It's a lie.
So you wouldn't do it. You wouldn't rent
No,
yourself.
it's a lie.
If you had
it's
no job in China,
you
could make 1,000 yuan a day.
I would never be in a position where I don't have a job.
Let's say you didn't have
No, this is not realistic.
Right, I would
I'm
definitely
not doing this.
And I would charge I wouldn't ask for like outrageous, but I'd be like $1,800 to like $1,200.
No. Yuan.
Times 7, so like 5,000.
You'll charge over 5,000 yuan?
No, hold on. Is that affordable? What's
pretty much not.
Let me tell you.
It's not affordable at all.
No. Let me tell you. But I'm targeting the
elite.
The elite. So 5 to 20,000 yuan.
But
because they can afford it.
But you're not the.
Golf, yeah.
So how can you justify charging?
If you don't have gold, you gotta knock off your price by at least 80%.
I do.
Yeah, I mean,
80%. No way.
Hey, go. Wait, I'm trying to say like. I do not personally think that this is what we should judge people on. Like, Golf Shuai is completely like...
No, it's not right. It's not right. We're just saying what Chinese
But I'm like, but realistically speaking, that's what people who are renting are looking for.
Exactly.
Because they're paying money. And so they want someone who's good on paper. Right. And if you charge 8,000 yuan, you know how much 8,000 yuan is? It's like somebody's... that's like a 月薪, you know? That's their salary. Right. So you can't charge that much.
800 yuan.
I can't even believe I'm talking about this seriously.
All right, how much did you...
I'm charging...
So first of all, you do it.
First of all, I'll do it. And if this is my profession, I'll tell you right now, I'm going to make myself very affordable because... But I'll stipulate that if you rent me, you gotta pay for my food for the day on top of the rental fee. So you can rent me for like 100 to 200 yuan a day.
But
right?
You gotta pay.
But you gotta pay for my food.
And you eat a lot.
So every day, think about this. Every day I leave for the office.
You get fed.
I get fed all day.
Yep.
And I come home. I have no expense.
And on the off chance the renter is beautiful, you can have a date.
Sure. Boom! I would do it.
I mean, this needs to stop immediately. I have to say, I understand that people are desperate sometimes, and in desperate situations calls for desperate measures, and I understand it. But I would feel so bad for the parents who are being deceived, the grandmothers who think that their grandchild has finally found someone for real. Don't you guys feel bad about that?
Let me ask you though. Like you brought up the case of Barney. Let's say someone's grandmother is about to die.
Yeah.
And
good point.
Their last wish, they're gonna die within 3 months.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
I would spend the money to make them happy.
Times call for desperate measures, but this is a fad. This is a hugely popular thing. How can this be? To be honest, I think we're oversimplifying this because you know why? Yeah. It's really tough to get a girl, even if you're the most charming guy.
In China?
And if you're the most if everything qualifies, it might not even work out.
In China?
No,
I think
really good looking. You would be
snatched
I don't think so. I think people run into unexpected tribulations. Okay.
Okay. Well.
So,
okay.
Yes.
I heard. Okay. Anyways, that could be a different video. But I heard something from my relatives recently that the good guys are in such short demand that women literally are like piranhas right now.
If I was, you know what I would do in China if I couldn't find a date, I'd go on my favorite TV show, 非诚勿扰. I was like literally 24 girls. You're just like.
But Mike, what would you do when you come out and
all the lights go out? Yo, that would be the biggest detriment to my self-esteem in the world. Like, if I go up there, every light goes out. Like, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it's really popular.
And then you don't even get a chance to say anything, right?
No,
they just escort you off.
They literally, you go out there.
Oh my god.
And they look at you. It's like every light goes out.
And then the host is like, your date's done.
Like, oh, that sucks. Like,
oh man.
I mean, that show is another video in itself.
Yeah.
I can't even.
All right, guys.
Anyways.
Thank you so much for watching.
Thanks for
joining
coming.
us.
Of course.